I'm Eric Loy, and welcome to Eric Loy Interviews. On this podcast, we talk with folks from the VTuber community on their channels, their talents, their stories, where they come from, and their plans for the future. We welcome Kaptain Kira. Hi.
Hello.
Hey, please introduce yourself to everybody.
Hi, I am Captain Kira. I am the strange robot who makes funny fish facts on the internet, or maybe not funny. That's up for you to decide.
Helpful and educational. I would put it that way. Is well, really, it's I've watched you before with some of the stuff you've done. And I'd only got in touch with you recently, obviously, come on, but I think it's pretty neat that you were able to do this and really educate some people about what's going on in the ocean. I'm scared to death of the ocean.
Most people are. I am still called insane when I call Subnautica my chill playthrough game.
I know I would love to play that. I really would. I don't think my computer will handle it right now because it's dead. My
I mean, it's not the most intensive game. Like,
Yeah.
it was made back in, 2015?
Yeah, yeah, but right now it's not running anything at the moment. So I'm just kind of just waiting for the other shoe to drop on the repair bill when it comes through to see how that works.
We love those bills.
Oh yes, um, but I imagine when you saw that come out, you were like, "This is the game for me."
Well, kind of. When Subnautica first came out,
Yeah,
I my enjoyment of the ocean was more of just very I liked the ocean as much as I liked just nature and whatnot
yeah,
at the time. I was like my teens when I was doing it. I wanted to be a computer person back in the day.
yeah.
Um, Now I wouldn't even dare touch Python. But Subnautica is kind of the reason I am doing marine stuff to begin with.
Yeah. That can be a very, very scary game, but also it can be a lot of fun and just putting stuff together and surviving in survival mode. But how long have you been doing the information about what's going on in the oceans?
Uh, Geez, I want to say 2.5 to 3 years.
Yeah.
It's kind of hard to pinpoint it down because it didn't start as these short form things. It actually started all the way back in the days of VRCon and VR chat.
Mm,
I hosted a panel called "The Ocean Isn't Scary,"
yeah.
and that was the beginning of it.
Mm. And it just kind of have you been? You said you were kind of interested in nature in general, but was it really the game Subnautica that hooked you into more of the ocean than anything else?
Yes.
Mm.
Um, Subnautica is what set me down the biology path because, like I said earlier, I was originally going to go to school for something in art.
Yeah.
I actually went to college for a year or two
Hmm.
for an art degree
Yeah.
before I dropped out and changed my degree to biology.
Mm.
Um, and I have Subnautica to thank for that because Subnautica, the very first thing that got me into biology was playing Subnautica and thinking, why do they glow? And that sent me down a rabbit hole.
Oh yeah.
That sent me down a rabbit hole, and long story short, marine biology is now what I am pursuing a degree in.
Ah, cool. Absolutely cool. There's so much to be. I mean, we still haven't learned nearly enough about what's going on in the ocean, and they're always finding new creatures um, living down there. Whether it's just different variations of a certain marine animal or plant life or something, but it's certainly we haven't gotten down all the way down to the deepest trenches. We haven't gotten down into the all the dark spots in the ocean to know what's going on there. It's still a lot to discover.
It is, but I mean, like, we have the technology to do it. Like, you say we haven't been in the deepest trenches, but we have kind of.
You know?
We, I mean, the thing is, though, like, we have been able to go down there, and we have gone down there and sort of mapped them out. But when we look at the deepest trenches, there is a point where just things don't exist anymore,
Mm,
is what we discovered. Like,
yeah,
there is a limit to that sort of stuff.
yeah,
But it's not even just like the deepest parts of the ocean. I have a friend who I met through just me doing streams, and we were talking about like colleges and stuff.
right.
And they're a marine biologist, and their whole thing is sea slugs.
Mm,
And like like these are dudes they were like like super common on like in the coast,
mhm.
but we're just finding new species and rediscovering like these species are actually these species or these are their traits, evolutionary traits. It's like there's so much we don't know about like it's stuff that we kind of take for granted. Like we always look at the deep sea and it's like there's so much like closer to us to discover too.
Oh yeah. Well, you look at this at the story of the when they refound the coelacanth. Um,
Yes.
that's amazing to me. I mean, everybody thought long gone. No, no way. You see, and then it was kind of like, oh, by the way, we caught this weird fish. And the story of refinding it and then not only discovering that, but discovering two different types and all this stuff is, and now I mean, it's not exactly in everybody's koi pond, but it certainly is there. And
Yeah.
and people are like, well, this is an ancient fish that everybody thought was long gone. And then you look at like what is it, the Greenland shark? Is that what it is? That lives 300 years or something unbelievable like
Yeah,
that.
there's a couple that like to do that.
And I'm like, this is nuts. I mean, this is the type of stuff that that is absolutely fascinating to me. I I want to know why, how they do this, and I don't want to do it by taking them apart and finding out, but I want to observe it. But how do you observe something over 300 years?
I mean, you can always find the dead ones.
Yeah, yeah, but
But I mean, unfortunately, just like a lot of older science, the solution really was just take it apart, slice it in half.
yeah, yeah,
We there's a lot of easier ways to do it nowadays. Like we could just like take a little bit of samples, whatnot. There are ways to like study these things.
yeah,
But it's I mean, knowledge throughout the years just sort of builds upon each other.
yeah, yeah,
And I mean, who knows? We could just reanalyze it and be like, oh, actually, it's 600 years, you
yeah.
know? It's that's science.
It's 5 days. We got it completely wrong. They show up just like a fly. They show up and swim around a little bit and then keel over. That's about it. But
We still don't know where eels come from.
no, no, no. And when you look at you look at what man has done to the oceans and almost destroying the whales and all this stuff. I would love to have seen what the whales were like before everybody tried to kill them off. Um, how many were there out there? Was it more common to see these huge whales? Uh,
I mean, absolutely.
it
I mean, we have stories of like them hunting like big old pods of sperm whales on the surface, and it's uh, like that's a rare sighting and a half right
oh,
there.
oh yeah, yeah. I mean, first of all, there's no reason to do that now at all. There's no,
I mean, yeah, we don't use well, you say there's no reason. It still happens actually. Um,
I know.
there's still very few places where it is legal to do it,
Yeah,
and a lot of the time for very um n- nonsensical reasons.
yeah, yeah. I know. Yeah, but hopefully sooner or later we'll figure things out as far as that goes. But we still find all these, and sometimes, as you said, it's right next to us. It's just off the
Yeah.
coast. I've only been to the ocean one time in my life, and I'm from the Midwest, U.S. We don't have a coast, Um,
Oh, I mean, I live on top of a mountain. It's
yeah,
just don't get much further from the coast than that.
yeah. So I went out to the coast and I stuck my foot on the water. I got, there we go. That's that's as close as I got. But just just seeing it is amazing and realizing how extremely massive it is. I'm never going to see anything that massive, that close, again. Um, it's so I can understand somebody getting really caught up in something like that. Um, where do you see yourself taking your degree, once you do get it done?
We'll see.
Yeah.
Um, the hope is Monterey Bay Research Institute.
hmm
Um, Probably one of the best aquatic research institutes in the world.
hmm
Um, but first thing is getting the degree. Second thing is surviving through the degree. Third thing, getting a job in the degree. Because marine biology is, unfortunately, a quite a difficult field to get into
hmm Yeah.
because it's very saturated. People look at marine biology, I'm like, I want to do that, and they do it.
Yeah.
Um, but then it's like, okay, where am I gonna get a job?
Yeah.
Um,
Mm.
and a lot of the times people are looking for it is one of those fields where like the meme of entry level 5 years experience is
Yeah.
a real thing
Yes.
because um here's the secret to anyone pursuing a science degree. Do labs in your college.
Yeah.
Like when they say we're looking for 5 years experience, they're looking for 5 years experience working in a laboratory under your college or
Uh,
as an intern.
yeah.
Um, and most people don't do that.
No.
Most people do not do lab work at a college. Um, I was talking to one of my professors today,
hmm
and they're like, "Yeah, ever since COVID, we've not been able to fill up our lab techs at all." And it's like, well, sign me the hell up. That's like it's like that's one of the most important things you can be doing. And so it's like that that's do that.
Yes. I mean, you're getting your hands on the stuff. You're working with it.
Yeah.
It's like any, won't compare it to like literally any type of college, but if you got a chance to actually practice and do it, and that's so much more valuable to the actual workforce than someone who says, "Yeah, I got a degree in it, but I didn't do anything."
Yeah,
Uh,
exactly. Don't like you gotta do something with that degree while you're doing it. It's not like it's not like something like law school where it's like you're doing law school and they're like giving you your experience on a silver platter.
yeah,
They're not gonna just be like, okay, here's a lab to work in. They don't do that.
no, no,
You have to seek that out.
yeah. And if you have extra, if you can do the extra stuff, do the extra stuff.
Yeah, exactly.
It,
And if you can't do the extra stuff, well, you gotta do your best to. Either
yeah,
that or you gotta go for an even higher degree.
yeah,
Um,
yeah.
just to try to get that experience because it's the actual meme of entry level 5 years experience, 10 years experience
yeah.
because they expect you to be doing this when you're in college.
Can you in your field now? Can you specialize, and what would you like to specialize in?
Oh, absolutely. Um, you basically you end up specializing in just like very it gets very specific.
Uh-huh.
Like I mentioned earlier, one of my friends, they their specialization is sea slugs.
Uh-huh.
They work under someone who specializes in sea slugs,
Mhm.
and they are um out reaching out to other people who specialize in sea slugs. It turns out it's like I didn't know about this. There's a whole world of sea slug scientists. Like it gets that specific. Um, what I would specialize in, I don't know.
Yeah,
I really don't know. I love everything.
yeah.
Maybe not sea slugs. I feel like that department's already taken.
There's
Um,
a few people in that one already. Yes.
yeah, there's a few people.
Yeah.
Um,
I look.
I mean, cetaceans is always would always be fantastic. Cetaceans is always a popular one, but I
Uh,
love whales.
yeah.
Um, I'll take anything really. We'll see what happens.
Mm,
It's that's just gonna end up being like, what situation am I thrown in? You know?
yeah. I look at the things that are happening in the Pacific Ocean, such as the algae blooms, um, the attacks of the jellyfish on Japan. That I don't think people realize just how incredible that is.
That's a sign of global warming.
Yeah,
Jellyfish love warmer oceans.
yeah,
They love it so much.
yeah. They
And the warmer we make the ocean, the more jellyfish are gonna appear.
yeah. Well, I mean that I guess, and you correct me because you'll know better than I do, but the they're just gumming the works up on in parts of Japan, aren't they?
I would say I'm qualified enough to speak on that stuff.
Yeah. I think that they're having trouble with fishing, regular fishing out there because they couldn't get the boats out without pulling up loads of jellyfish. Um, it but with that and like algae blooms and do you look at things like the weather patterns too over the ocean?
I feel like that's its own specialization.
Mm.
Weather patterns would be much more like, um, what's the word? I want to say astrology. I don't think astrology affects the weather
Meteorology is
that
what
much.
meteorology
Um,
is for sure. But
meteorology,
yeah,
yes.
well,
Um,
I guess it's
that's
yeah. I guess at least like La Nina and that type of thing because of the warmth of the ocean. Um,
yeah. I mean, that definitely affects like currents, which I mean, currents and whatnot
yeah,
do affect the weather in their own way.
yeah,
Because that's what's sort of determining where around the ocean that is the warm bits, whereas the cold bits, that helps would like definitely affect the weather.
yeah,
Um, Not my field of expertise. That'd be more earth science.
yeah, yeah.
I was gonna be an earth scientist, but I decided, you know what, we'll go marine.
Yeah, well, I
We'll
mean,
go
it's
marine stuff.
there's more water than there is Earth, so you can study more stuff there.
Well, earth science is like everything. Earth science is everything at like that's like That's like geologic scale earth
Yeah.
science.
Oh man, geologic stuff in the ocean too. Chimney Christmas. They all
That's a
the
whole other field. I am
oh
not my field. No,
yeah
thank you.
yeah. It's there's just so much you could go into with it, and the life that's around these vents and such, and the proto
Yeah.
life, I guess they call it. You know the little things that move around. They don't really know what they are.
I mean, still a lot of big things that live down there. You got the tube worms, you got
Mm,
the squat lobsters,
yeah
you got the isopods,
yeah
you got the sea pigs. We love the sea pigs.
yeah. Sea pigs. Yeah, and there's a whole generation, my generation, that grew up basically with anything we knew about them. We learned on National Geographic or Mutual of Omaha's Wild Kingdom. That was that
That
was
was me
about it.
too.
That was about it at the time. But there are a lot more resources now, and
Yep.
you've become one of those resources.
And that makes me really happy.
Yeah.
I can answer the question earlier. You asked about what I want to specialize in. I want to do science outreach.
Mm,
I I like it is a genuine passion of mine. I like teaching people.
yeah.
I think education is very important, and I want to I saw TikTok and YouTube Shorts soon to be on that new one that Australia released, the TikTok replacement
Mm,
of I wanted to utilize that as a form of education because brain rot exists.
yeah.
People don't like brain rot. People doom scroll. Um, and it was like, you know what? What's a good way to break people out of the loop? Let's throw in some education. I know a couple people already do it already. It works for me fantastic. I want to see if I can make it work.
It's another
And
yeah. It's such a great use of the medium.
yeah,
That you get to do something that you're uh, that's close to your heart. but you also are doing a public service by showing people what's going on with the ocean and these animals that they probably never knew existed, that sort of thing. Um,
I mean, that's what I want to focus on is the stuff that people don't know exist. I often get requests as like, oh, can you do this like thing that's, can you do this like kind of more popular animal? It's like, I could, but, and I've done it a couple times before, but I often find like the ones that I'm like, the animals that I know a lot of people know about,
yeah,
I have trouble writing for them. There's currently an unreleased video that's sort of been stuck in like in like production hell about seahorses. Um, because I wasn't sure what to talk about with seahorses that people didn't already know. Um, I did find something. I finally found something, but it's sort of stuck right now. I'm not sure if I'm happy with it.
yeah.
And that's why it's like I sort of focused on like the strangest stuff. My first video to really take off was crinoids because people don't know what crinoids are.
Nope,
You
nope,
know?
nope.
Like it's this is fun fact, one of the oldest animals on the planet. Um those like Lily, but the Pokemon,
Yeah,
whenever you see like a fossil of like those weird, really tall, dangly flowers,
yeah.
that's a crinoid. They're alive today.
Oh,
Um, and they look about the same, albeit a lot smaller.
yeah. Well, it took me. A lot of those ancient things were a lot bigger to start with, and kind of shrunk down, like
It kind of
gators
depends.
and things like that.
It kind of depends. In the age where crinoids came from, a lot of things would have been a lot smaller.
Really?
They were around like they were around where most animals that were alive looked like plants or
Uh,
coral.
yeah,
Um, they're quite old.
yeah,
Um, I mean, things were bigger back then, but also depends on a lot,
yeah,
of bugs. That's because there's so much oxygen. If fish, depends. I mean, that's because that's just who dominated the ocean. That's who had like the evolutionary advantage at the time.
yeah. They could get around. That was all you needed at the time, to get the advantage.
Yeah.
And
The reason everything seems um like we look at stuff like, oh, sharks are a lot smaller than they used to be these days. That's because we're in the age of the mammals. Whales took over.
the
Whales are the big thing in the ocean.
oh
It
yeah,
used to be reptiles. And then it was sharks, and then it was whales.
yeah,
It just depends on who has the upper hand.
yeah. Yeah. Wait, have you ever looked at those old maps and seen what they thought were like sea monsters back then? And uh, these things will take your ship and pull them down, that sort of thing. Um, do you ever try to look at see and try to figure out what they were thinking of?
Um, yeah, and there's I mean, I actually did watch a whole a whole deep dive into this stuff,
Yeah,
and um, it's kind of a mix of a couple of things, really.
yeah,
Um, a lot of the stuff would have just been like hightails, like
yeah.
sailors, they love their stories,
Oh, of course.
And it's if you're like out on sea and like there's no like the you can see something in the ocean and it'll look a lot different to you than what it actually looks like if there's nothing to compare the size to, if there's no one else who really saw it,
Yeah.
or if you are from the like the 1400s and you've never seen like an orca before,
Oh, yeah, yeah. That would throw
like you
people
see
off.
something like that, it's like I just saw a black and white blob in the ocean. um it's like you kind of have to look at these things from like the perspective of like if I was someone who didn't know what this specific thing was, you know
Yeah,
it's just kind of like that.
yeah,
Um, but also people like to exaggerate. It makes a good story.
Yeah.
There wasn't much else for entertainment back then.
Yeah, but where was the
They
Kraken?
couldn't scroll TikTok on the high seas.
Where was the Kraken? I want to know where the Kraken was.
Krakens are alive today. We have a recent video of a giant squid
Oh, yeah.
um on next to a fishing boat, and it's really cool. It's
Yeah.
not sick or anything. It's very healthy, which makes me excited.
Yeah, which is crazy. I mean, they're when they say giant squid, they don't mean just fairly large squid.
The species giant squid.
Yes. Yeah, it doesn't mean just slightly bigger than normal squid. It's giant squid.
People often call colossal squids giant squids, and no, they are two very distinct species.
Yeah.
Not related to each other. Fun fact.
Oh, not related to each other.
No. One is well, the giant squid.
Yeah.
Not actually sure what specific relation the giant squid has, but the colossal squid is a glass squid, which is
Ah.
very different from, like, say, a Humboldt squid or giant squid that we often associate with big squid.
Uh-huh.
Glass squids are often fairly small and dainty little guys.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, the colossal squid ain't small and dainty.
Oh no, I mean, it's small, starts small and dainty.
Yeah. But
We got proof of that a couple months ago.
yeah. Yeah. It still fascinates me when they send something down and just show the different species that are surviving in the higher pressures, um, and how different they've had to become to live down there. Um,
Yeah,
yeah, I don't think you're going to have a fish that's any weirder to me than the anglerfish down there. I
I
mean,
love anglerfish. They get too much hate.
oh, I don't hate them. I just think they're weird. It's just that how they've adapted and they're like an entire city block unto themselves. They've got the light, they've got the bait, they've got everything.
They're fun. I do enjoy them. My favorite that is has no information I can find when I tried to do a research for them because I wanted to make a video on them
Yeah.
was the wolf trap anglerfish. Is an anglerfish with a really elongated mouth.
Uh-huh.
Its jaws are sort of hinged upward. Its upper jaw is like hinged upward and like curves in a U shape.
Ah.
And its lure is stuck to the roof of its mouth. And what it does is it snaps its mouth shut over its prey.
Oh. So
And
it's
it's
like a
so
mousetrap
weird.
type of thing.
Yeah,
Ooh, man.
but there's no information on it. That's that we I tried researching it. I wanted to make a video so bad on it. And the best I could come up with is it exists, it does this, that's cool. You
That's
know?
about as short as you can make.
Yeah. I mean, I always have a rule. It needs to be at least a minute and a half.
Yeah. Yeah. That would be, it. There's got to be a lot more than that we don't even know about.
Oh yeah, for sure.
Yeah. Um, what would be an ocean creature that you would like to see in person? Where you would like to go down and be in the bathysphere or whatever that's gone down there, and you would like to see in front of you.
If I mean, if I'm in a submarine,
Yeah.
there's a lot. Jeez, I mean, a giant squid would be a huge one to see. I
Yeah.
mean, very few people see that in person in its natural habitat,
Right.
mostly because it is scared of noise. It's very difficult to see one.
Yeah.
They're very skittish.
Yeah.
Um, you can thank the whales for that. Um, I'm not sure, really. Giant squid would be huge. I would love to go swimming with a whale sometime. I think
Mm,
that'd be an absolute joy.
yeah.
Maybe some seals too. Some seals.
Yeah. Yeah. A friend of mine was down in Florida and got a chance to wade in with the manatees. And
I saw a video like that recently. They're
yeah,
so cute.
yeah. He couldn't see him because he first of all his suit didn't fit him very well, so he had a tough time bending over. Um, so you couldn't see them at all really above the water. But as soon as he got his head in, all of a sudden these giant manatees are floating right next to him. I mean, not within arm's reach. Just absolutely docile as can be, manatees. Um, and it's just the most amazing things that we're still fighting to keep around in these areas.
Oh, they're wonderful animals.
Yeah, it's just is in the seals and the giant seal. Do you think that
Actually,
do you think that we're going to be able to increase in today's educational system kids' knowledge of the ocean anytime soon with the way education is going right now?
oh, absolutely.
Well,
Um, we have we. I mean, oftentimes I have actually met some friends who have kids, and some of their um favorite shows is Aquanauts,
yeah.
which is wonderful little educational show about the ocean. And I've heard only good things about it.
It was a favorite of my grandson's.
Yeah, well, there you go.
Yeah,
I would say like we already have it, you know.
yeah.
I honestly like to focus more on just getting kids into science to begin with.
Uh, oh
You know,
yeah.
I want another Bill Nye the Science Guy. I'm kind of hoping I can be the next Bill Nye the Science Guy.
Hey, well, that's pretty cool. I mean, that's you're automatically cool if you can do that.
Oh, absolutely. I
uh,
respect anyone who can do that.
yeah, and and I think there's so much um of a push toward people think science and they immediately think computers. Um,
That's just the modern age, though.
yeah, it
We're surrounded by it so much. It's computer tech is such a booming industry. You know, it's like
yeah,
if you hear like big money, you think, oh, they work with computers. You know.
yeah, yeah. Well, I mean, I can understand it, but if we're taking all of our good potentially good biologists and turning them into mediocre computer guys, how's that helping?
I
Um,
mean, I don't know if they'd be a great biologist if they were in it for the money.
yeah. Well, there's a lot of fields you can say about that, really.
Yeah, I'm
But
just gonna say I am not expecting to come out of this career with a mansion
yeah,
or any fancy cars or anything like that.
yeah.
I'd be lucky to make it out with a boat.
Well, how about your own little submarine?
I'll let Gabe Newell have them.
I don't think I could do a submarine. I don't think I could.
No,
Uh, that would be a little too much. The first little creak I heard, I'd be like, up now, please.
yeah,
Yeah, I can't
that just
breathe.
means the bulkheads are working.
Yes, I can't breathe. Get me up there now. The folks who go down there are and I watch them on the shows do this, and I just marvel at how brave they are to do this sort of thing.
Well, I mean, the thing is, a lot of the submarines that you don't hear about are the ones built by, you know, companies who set down like hundreds of submarines a year.
Oh yeah, yeah,
Like people sit down on those things for like 20 hours at a time, maybe.
yeah.
Um, like it is a much safer and highly regulated industry than some news stories have made people think.
Oh well, you only hear about the ones that don't work for the most part.
Well, the one
Yeah,
that didn't
the
work.
one that didn't work.
There's only been one.
Yes,
Fun fact, at
yeah,
least in recent years,
yeah,
there's only been one that didn't work. I wonder why.
yeah. But when you
Um,
when you look back at when people first had those diving suits that went down, basically suits of armor they had to go down in to to
I wouldn't. I
I
wouldn't
I
do
would
it.
like no, not me. I'll stay up top and pull them back in. That's what I'll do. But
The reason I'd like to go in the ocean now is because it's much safer to go in the ocean now
yeah, oh, is it though? I mean, you know,
than before.
I mean, you look at some of the areas, especially down in the Gulf of Mexico. mm, by the way, and you see that the sharks are getting closer to land.
That's a good thing.
Is it?
Yeah,
Is well, it's not very good for people who want to swim.
that's great. But sharks don't care about people.
Mm,
Sharks care about people who act like food.
well, yeah, yeah, and why are they coming closer to the shore, or is that just kind of hype?
Um, so there are sharks like the great white shark, which are slowly reclaiming territory
Uh-huh.
that was once theirs and habitat that was once theirs. As shark populations increase, they will spread out more and go more towards the shores,
Uh,
um, and just like become more confident, really.
uh,
Um, it's a good thing. The shark populations are in shambles, um, and only became in shambles in somewhat recent years.
the shark
Um,
fin trade is weird. I don't understand that.
the shark fin trade is weird because the shark fin trade exists for a fake remedy that was invented during the anti-shark craze.
Yeah, I mean, it's just I will never understand people falling for this stuff, but especially for what it's for.
Capitalism.
Yeah,
It's capitalism, isn't it?
and you have people who are out hunting these rare animals for things that don't even work. Um, I, I'm not a big hunter myself, or a fisher, certainly not a fisherman, but I can understand hunting for food. Okay, that I
Hunting for
understand.
food's a different thing.
And that's it.
Absolutely. I'm very like I'm someone who's like very pro hunting for food.
Yeah,
Because I'm someone who's like, I've always believed in like, um, I've always believed in like living off the land, you know? I
yeah,
have a huge respect for people who live off land, and hunting is a big part of that.
yeah.
Um, there are places around the world where they hunt Greenland sharks because that's their food source. Um, because there's nothing else to eat there. And I respect that because it's a hunting technique that's been around for thousands and thousands of years. And if it was a bad hunting technique, then the shark population would be in shambles long ago.
Yeah, yeah. But
But hunting them for their fins is not in any way sustainable. It is relatively recent, um, and it is stupid.
it is. It's just ridiculous to me. It's like hunting a rhino for its horn. You know,
Yeah,
I mean, come on, man. There's like five of them left. Just leave them alone. Um,
yeah, that just makes it more valuable to them.
eh, I don't, or the now the famous thing of getting circus animals and putting them in a cage and shooting them. That's something else too. That
It's not something I am qualified to talk about.
just horrible, horrible things. But as long as we've got people like yourself who are teaching the the uh, the qualities of life of that's what's there in the ocean, what's the incredible um, cornucopia of beings that are out there and living things that's a great thing, and I'm glad you're out there helping out.
Thank you.
Yeah. So, with do you want to be what type of a streamer do you want to be in the future? I mean, do you want to still be doing this type of thing, or do you want to advance to do other types of streams?
Ah, I've been like on the fence about that.
Mm,
Sort of thing. It's like I want to um I want to keep doing games and stuff,
yeah,
but I've been wanting to for a while now shift my focus towards STEM kind of focus games with some silly stuff every now and then.
yeah.
Like we've been playing Kerbal Space Program a lot on the channel.
Oh,
It's
yeah.
been fantastic. I'm great with the physics. I'm terrible with everything else. Um, but I definitely want to go for more of like a science focus. But at the same time, there has been part of me who just wants to like just I I am like I'm legitimately someone who will look at like some streamers who just do like silly IRL content
Yeah.
and like just doing stuff in their kitchen or whatever, or
Mm,
just talking in their bedroom. I'm like, I'm not gonna lie. Like, I feel like I just like enjoy that because I just like talking to
yeah.
people, you
Yeah.
know? It's like, I feel like I would like to do both.
Well, I think you can.
I've considered doing IRL stuff
Yeah. Well, I mean,
a bit more in the future, but it's like I just like the idea of doing both. I don't know what I'll do in the future,
yeah.
but they both sound fun.
Yeah. Well, I mean, you're very easy to talk with, so it's just very easy to. mean,
Oh, thank
I
you.
mean, really, it would be great to tune into, and I think folks would definitely want to be a part of it. I I don't see that being a problem at all. It's just finding the right way that's comfortable for you to do it.
Yeah. I
Yeah.
mean, I feel like I'm an entertainer at the end of the day. I like entertaining.
Yeah. Yeah. Oh, I wanted to ask you about that Kerbal Space Program because that looks like so much fun. Um,
It is great fun.
my grandson, who is now 9, loves space, loves science. Do you think that would be a decent program for him?
9 may be a bit early.
Mm,
Um, Kerbal Space Program is um while it is definitely a very fun build a rocket, go to space game,
yeah.
it is a literal rocket science you are doing.
Hmm.
Um, it's you to get to space, you need to balance um your um your thrust with your mass.
Right.
To enter an orbit, you need a delta V, which is your change. Basically, that is your change in speed.
Hmm.
You need the correct angles, whatnot. It deals with a lot of physics.
Hmm.
It's a very realistic game, I'd
Yeah.
say.
Yeah.
9 may be a little early.
Yeah. You know, you brought.
13, 14, they'll start understanding the concepts.
Yeah.
They'll have a good understanding of like what stuff means.
Yeah. Yeah. We are talking about a kid who can lecture me for 2 hours on how black holes work. So
Oh, maybe they're ready.
yeah,
I
this boy loves his science. So
don't know. I definitely like. I feel like if I were to play KSP when I was like that age, I would slap the rocket together. It would have gone up a 500 feet and crashed back down, and I'd be like, "Well, I don't know what to do."
I don't know. He's big on engines and he's big on maybe I'll wait a couple years, but sooner or later I'm going to get him that game. So
You know what? Show him some YouTube videos of it. It's
oh yeah,
early YouTube loved KSP. Oh my God,
oh
it was
yeah,
everywhere.
yeah, yeah. Whereas they were, half of them were just trying to kill the poor fellas.
My favorite will always be RT Games video, and it's just that stuff just falls in on itself. It's like, yeah, you sometimes maybe more rocket is not the way to go.
Well, you get the ones that build the stuff that shouldn't work, and it gets off the ground, and you're like, how?
At 5 frames a second.
Yes. How does this even have any thrust at all to
Yeah.
battle the forces pushing down on it.
I will say I do find it very funny. The first time I streamed Kerbal Space Program, I made it to the moon. It was for a Trans Lifeline charity event. I
Wow.
made it to the moon. Well, I won't say how intact the rocket was, but it was intact. Um, and I got told later on that I used interstellar rockets to make it to the moon. And I had just enough fuel to make it. Oh, so I'll take that.
Interstellar rockets. That's
Yeah, I used like end game parts, stuff that's supposed to take you to Jupiter to get to the moon.
well, if it can get you to Jupiter, it should be able to get you to the moon for crying out
I
loud.
mean, yeah. I mean, not in one piece, for some reason, but
You didn't need those pieces anyway.
no, at least one of them survived, so
Yeah,
I'll take it.
yeah. Just laying there, laying there on the surface of the moon.
They planted the flag. I mean,
It's theirs now. Belongs to the Kerbal Space
yeah,
Program. By golly,
belongs to belongs to all the trans kids now.
that would be hilarious, wouldn't it? I would like to see in the future, like look up and see the moon just basically covered in the colors, and everybody.
That's a future I want to see.
That would be
That's a
hilarious.
future I'll work
There'd be
towards.
so many angry people. That would be fun. Just you guys go ahead and get that done here in a few years, so I can see that before before I'm done here.
I'll make it happen. I'll make it happen.
So, what would you say Subnautica is your comfort game?
Subnautica and Kerbal Space Program, actually.
Yeah.
I have a lot of comfort games, I find. It's just, I'm the person who's like, I want to play a game. I'll play this game. And then I'll be like, oh, this is nice. And then I play the game.
Mm, yeah. What did you think of the second Subnautica?
I enjoyed it. I think it was fun. I enjoyed the icy biomes and whatnot. Um, I thought it was very interesting. It definitely felt a little like small compared to the first Subnautica, which I like the scale of the first Subnautica.
Yeah.
But I'd say overall I enjoyed it. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. It wasn't quite the same as the first.
Oh
But
no, it was not quite the same as the first,
yeah.
but
But it certainly I mean, you couldn't have the same one again anyway. You'd just be
yeah.
Subnautica all over again. Um, you want something different out of it. And I don't know. You think they'll be able to come up with a third one?
I mean, there's a third one in development right now. Will it be good? Let's find out.
It'd be it'd be Subnautica in the desert. That's what it would be. Something completely different with the
You know what? I'd actually got that kind of go hard, not gonna lie.
end up with Monster Hunter is what you'll end up with by the time you're done. So
Welcome to the dunes of Arrakis.
yes, the dunes. Have you got any big events coming up here in the future, or are we going to see just a lot more content?
Um, Content's definitely gonna be on a bit of the down low for a little bit since I'm back in college
Mm,
taking free science labs.
there you go.
So there goes all my time.
Yeah.
Um, yeah, I'm genuinely like very busy. But when I do stream, almost always on Mondays. Well, this semester, almost always on Tuesdays too.
Hmm.
Um, Normally Mondays we just do like, hey, we're playing silly games with friends, EDF, it's been great fun, and KSP on Tuesdays. But big events, not really. Like, I don't do big events very often. When I do, it's like with Trans Lifeline.
Yeah.
Um, I do think next week, um, my community's planning on bringing the TF2 server back for a
Mm,
special stream. I think that could be very fun. We always have a blast with TF2.
cool.
We're all terrible at it.
Yeah, but you're all at the same level. Terrible.
Yeah, I mean, well, yeah, like we're all like it's one of those games where it's like we're all bad at the game, so it's the best experience ever, you know. Um, I feel like TF2 is always a special event for our server. Like we're not a TF2 community. We like TF2 was never like a part of the community. I played it like once before, like 10 years ago,
Yeah.
but it became one of those things where it's like we booted up and it's like, oh my god, this is a grand time, you know? Everyone loves it. It's always hilarious. Like it's I'd say it's an event in its own right. Something I've not done this year, which I'm based on because of the I've moved since
Yeah.
I last did it. I don't know if I'll be able to do it. We always try to do a fishing stream at the beginning of every year
Mm.
as like a fun celebration.
Yeah.
Not had the chance to do it though, unfortunately.
Well, and maybe you'll be able to do it once it gets into more in the summer. You know,
Yeah.
that sort
Before
of
I go to university, maybe that's how we'll do it. It's like, hey, I'm going to university. This may be the last stream in a while. Let's do some fishing,
let's let's
you
let's
know?
let's catch us a coelacanth. That's what we're going to teach.
Yeah.
Hey, Kira, thanks for everything that you're doing here. It's you've taken what obviously is fun for you, and you've made it a very positive experience for everybody else, um, and a learning experience and a fun experience. That is so valuable, and I hope that you're proud of that because you should be.
I
Um,
am absolutely proud. I'm just very happy that people enjoy it, you know? That was always a big thing is it do people want to learn? Turns out yes.
yeah,
And it really does warm my heart that people really like this sort of stuff. And it's actually like it done wonders for me too, just like emotionally.
yeah, yeah. That's cool. That's great. You keep shining out there, okay? I appreciate you coming on
Thank you
with
very
me.
much.
And we'll have all the links in the description for the video. Captain Kira, thank you for coming on.
Thank you for having me.
Thank you for listening to Eric Loy Interviews. Join us again next time when we talk to another member of the always interesting VTuber community.